So, we're on one here, course time for Blacklock 160, and Ariene! Julius a prince. I mean, yeah, honestly, right, I don't think it was a big thing last episode. I was like, yeah, of course it is. I mean, really, it really felt like, oh yeah, Yuno's like, he's already the prince of the elves, right? And he was not the prince of the Spade Kingdom. He would have been like the Diamond Prince or whatever. Right? You're like, oh yeah, Yuno is the prince of the Spade. It's like, oh yeah. I really felt like it wasn't like a big thing, right? Because Yuno is a character. You expect him to always be that like OP backstory. You always expect him to have something like that, right? You always expect him to be or some kind of orphanage boy, right? From yeah, like another country, maybe like another new country we haven't mentioned yet. You know, I mean, not based after course cards, right? Clover and so on, Diamond. So it'd be something else, I guess. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's from the E Kingdom. It's Yuno. You're like, yeah, it's a prince. So whatever. That's watching it. So 3, 2, 1, and go. But really, though, I didn't feel it was like, yeah, this changes everything. I'm like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I expected. You know, like, this changes nothing. This is exactly what I was already in my mind picturing that Yuno was going to be revealed to be one day. Oh, he's a prince. Yeah, of course it's like it really didn't. Like, it hasn't changed my opinion about Yuno or his power level or anything whatsoever. There has to be an Yggdrasil reference, right? It's like a tree thing. It's like 9 different gates there, 9 worlds. Get some roots there. I mean, there has to be some Yggdrasil reference. I think every time I see it, I think I'm gonna take a Titan too, right? Take a Titan Yggdrasil thing. Every time I see it in the open there. I want to see my fat Charmy. Man, they really changed this fan service scene. I mean, I went and read the manga before I did the review, right? I read the manga, and yeah, the queen is like Mimosa. The queen is way friendlier with Mimosa in the manga. They really removed that. I was like, man, that's what happened, man. What happened? And yeah, and then of course Godzilla Charmy, the terror the Heart Kingdom has been having to live through. And not this guy is like, oh my god, Prince Yuno. Yeah, you're the prince of the Spade Kingdom. Are you? An opening. Okay, so after the opening, I'm gonna probably follow with the Yuno part. Shad Asta kommer. Oh yeah. And I mean, Yuno is clearly fighting in the opening, right? That person probably killed his father, right? Or mother or something. like come on. The person Yuno probably gets to fight them because like, oh, you killed my mom that I never knew. Like, come on, that's probably Yuno has a kind of avenge thing there, right? You killed my daddy or something. Very likely. That woman that is crying in the opening could very well be Yuno's mom then. That's probably it, right? It's like a woman lying down crying in the opening here, right? It's before here. That's probably Yuno's mother. I'm throwing it out there, but it feels like that's gonna be Yuno's mom, right? Given the he's so angry and so on. He probably killed Yuno's mom. It's like, oh, yeah, it's like, that's why she's crying then. That's a Yggdrasil thing again. No, but that's a 9 world thing, right? That's that. I have no idea what it means because you keep seeing it in every opening and so on. I mean, the new opening here, and also the introductions in there with the Dark Triad. But it's clearly like an Yggdrasil thing. It has 9, portals, roots, and like the crown of the tree, right? So it's clearly like the Yggdrasil tree. But I have no idea what it means in this anime. But in Attack on Titan, of course, it's like 9 titans. That's what they have in the Yggdrasil tree. But so this is a dice guy, luck guy. So you're like, he can't be from Forsaken Realm. He's obviously very skilled. He's like a fangirl. He's a new. Oh my god, Yuno. Like, you have a lot of love brothers. Exactly, Yuno has a lot of fangirls. It's definitely like that. He's a red vice captain. The guy's kind of priest or something. He has to be a royal guy. I think Yuno cashed the least. So Yuno clearly cashed the least. He's like, I'm a prince, whatever, I don't care. Yeah. But at least you can do like, what the Shiosuke? He can finally do this thing now. Yeah, he can do the hair flip now. What is this monster? I'm the one with Yuno! It's like, yep. And of course, Prince Yuno. That makes sense. Just no Asta, I guess. Who's Asta? Yeah, there was another kid with Asta. You know what I mean? He's like, well, what's that? Yeah, so what is Asta then? What is that freak, man? What are you like, huh? It's pretty clear because they were like, it's like cool with those bad guys. Like, I mean, come on, you know about the bad guys. Like, they clearly attacked your country or whatever, took over your. It's almost like he barely to ask why he was abandoned. I mean, clearly, like those 3 bad guys killed his parents or whatever. Like, come on. Oh, he has like what? I can do like flashback magic. He has flashback magic. Oh, look at this. He goes flame and it's fire magic turning into flashbacks to it. Fire flashback magic. This guy goes fire flashback magic. This is some serious magician here. This is a ridiculous snow in this country. It's just snow all the time. Is that constant winter? Don't they have like seasons of, you know, like spring and summer and so on? It's just always snowing. That's clearly the red here. That is. Yuno, Sean. Let's see if I'm running the mob now. I'm probably with the mob in the opening. Come on. Yeah, little Yuno. It's gonna be the mobs in the opening. Come on, I'm gonna write this in. See? That's the, come on, that's the opening scene. Come on. Come on, that's the opening scene, right? It's kind of like a. Oh yeah, here we go. See, they were lucky, the elves, that Yuno got the stone back to the Clover Kingdom. Like, looks like Venus. Could be just black here, but it looks kind of like Venus. Looks like Groner. Looks very similar to Venus, I'd say. But I guess that stone there, which was perfect for the elves. Like, again, I said last week, I was like, man, it was lucky that the elves got easily could take the stone. Didn't have to attack the Spade Kingdom for it, right? So there's no Asta here at all. That poor boy. He just happened to be there too. I guess Asta is like next arc. After the Spade Kingdom, I don't know, but it's like whatever. Poor Asta, he got some flashbacks backstory. And everyone's happy they're doing the standing up festival. Because he lived there for a little bit though. It wasn't like, for example, in Dragon Quest 11 where you get born and immediately it's like, here comes the demons. So he was lived there for a little. He liked wind magic though. Yeah, he's a wind magic boy after he was like a reborn wind magic prince. So he would surely be an amazing mage. Yeah, everyone already loved you immediately. Like, man, this guy is the best mage ever. That baby is clearly a god powerful OP mage. Like, yeah, this is Wrath is all I know. Yes, the Mage Defense Force. So the Spade guys seem to be kind of friendly and so on. There to be any kind of. It's only very recently they've been evil then. But just like Phoenix knows even. I mean, you're pretty like Phoenix. Yeah, what a crybaby he is. No. I think his father's right there, but like crybaby, yeah. Silly crybaby. He's gonna have no emotions when he goes up. What a crybaby. Oh, subjugation mission though. Maybe they did bad stuff though. Yeah, those three looked pretty evil, so this is before I guess into the coup then of course. Yeah. But maybe he didn't have a demon now. Maybe he got the Akkum power up sooner. Yeah, and he's like, this guy's clearly evil. He's like, these guys are clearly evil, man. We should probably fire them immediately. They look super evil. Oh, so they did have rebels and they just killed them all. Okay, this clearly was some. Yes, they were clearly evil. They were clearly evil before they betrayed them. They were like, oh, they just murdered all of them. Yep. Okay. Just trading as fire. But how did he learn like fire flashback magic though? Oh, there's a bad omen there. Dropping that water there. They were already called the Dark Triad before they were evil. I was like, they're clearly gonna betray you guys. They were called the Dark Triad before they betrayed them. They already called them like, oh, they're like, here we go. Yeah, when they're really younger here. Of course, she was already crazy back then too. Yeah, she was of course a crazy hot chick, always. I wonder who the medic is. Why is it out just murdering everyone? Okay, still showing their magic. And I guess the Julius don't go on, of course, because they already escaped with the young prince boy, right? Yeah, class. We know, of course, survive, but you know what I mean. Of course, it was his father doing it. She's kind of right in that, though. The Spade Kingdoms didn't have like no one who could fight except these tribes. Yeah. Who could do anything else in their family? Like the kings and the king and queen seem to be useless. Yeah, it's like, could anyone do? Could someone do anything in this kingdom? So did the father pick up Asta then? Or was it like a complete random? I guess I'm doing like a triple baby here. Might be Asta and one of them, because like another man with, yeah, I mean they have one each, right? So they could be Asta one of them, or it could just be a fake baby. So they like, yeah, demons clearly, but well, now they have a few other people. Okay, now they have a few other people with them. Because it's kind of strange how it's like only those three guys. I mean, I think guys is included, but yeah, only 3 and 1 girl. But yeah, like they, like what could the other people do? Like they were pretty useless. The whole kingdom was like, oh, the thing was no one gonna fight them at all. I mean, Monica was right. I mean, it's boring. You're all really weak. Yeah, so he's gonna jump into this powerful magic zone here. Yes, I won't survive that. Oh. Okay, doesn't matter, but he's let them. mean, he probably dies, of course, doing this. Well, maybe whoever had Asta found him. I could see him dying here, and then whoever has like Asta's parent or whatever could have found him, or you know, maybe. Maybe it's completely random. You see if he's like, okay, so he's maybe he's like completely random. He's like he's put the baby when Asta was there. It's completely random luck or bad luck, arguably. If he's like, yeah, it's gonna be completely random, I guess, that Asta and Yuno got in the same time. Okay. And she dies here. There's like a fake baby there, rock baby. I wonder how Ralph knows these things. He said, I never saw my father again, yet he knew this happened. I was saying, like, how did he know that in his flashback? How did his fire flashback magic know about it? Yeah, so that's like it's just completely dead random. It really seems like he's like sent the baby over there, and Asta also was like, phew, and he's okay. Seems completely stars aligned there, but whatever. But I think it's perfect that Ralph has like flashback fire magic. And it's fire magic too, so it doesn't feel like it would make any sense. Like fire magic too. Can Melona do fire flashback magic? Spade Kingdom? Probably. I mean, who else would it be? It's gonna be the guy that, of course, you know, kinda killed his parents, right? Or whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be, come on, it's gonna be the guy's like, I don't care. It definitely is gonna be one of the, of course. I guess that's one, that guy really saw with the white. Yeah, we did see that one guy there in. That's like a zombie face kind of going on there, like no eyes there, or no pupils. Yes, I'm the vice captain now, guys. Yeah, they're actually, you know, hyping up the animation now. It looks a lot better now here. I always knew! See, I agree. I always knew you're a priest. That's why I liked you. Come on. Okay. Why would you attack this place though? They mentioned, of course, one specific mage here. But that the guy with the white hair was actually, yeah, he was in the this person. It was like some kind of zombie guy. He was in the flashback there a bit. This is probably do nothing, right? It's like whatever. Come on, let's go do the bone thing with not. It's like pff, whatever. I got my Attack on Titan bone shield or whatever. Hardening. Oh, he's left. Yeah, he's so badass. He's like, well, I don't need to fight these guys. I wonder who's after then. Okay, see his powers here. Oh, some kind of rock magic. Clearly some kind of earth or rock magic. That guy looks like a zombie. I don't know, like he's just like, yeah, it's just. And he has a kind of ghost magic, of course. Or maybe wind magic, but. Okay, rock against rock then. Yeah. Just like me! He rolled the wrong dice there. I should have rolled at that 6! He rolled a 1! That was bad, man. He should have done like. I mean, he rolled the wrong die there. Bad luck, man. So I guess to get like, yeah, somehow infused with demon magic, right? And of course Zenon with his own devil is gonna be... Oh, he's gonna fight the captain? So it's Vanguards they want? So like, don't kill him, right? So you want him alive. It would be interesting if someone could like unlock their elf powers. They could be like, I am turning into my elf form. He might die though. It'd be interesting if you kill off one of the... Yeah, so we don't have some kind of bone magic. And he gets impaled though. Well, I don't know if he dies from this though. I mean, Vegas can probably heal him too though. Yeah. It's kind of useless. It's like, I'm gonna protect you. They seem to want his magic. And I mean, we know he had bone magic from the open though. We know he had like the bone... Kid more bone magic, yeah. Bone magic. And of course, she's the one that was chasing after Yuno as a baby, like, I mean, of course. Oh, they're ready. Whoa, they're ready, like, smashed too. Yeah, they're like... They've been... Whoa. A lot of red here. You know, immediately goes into his... I mean, so Yuno fighting Zenon with his bone magic. It was no opening around this, so I guess it's gonna happen immediately, but now we see here in the ending with Yuno and Asta. So yeah, I can't wait for the backstory to explain how Asta got there. There are two, I guess, two completely separate backstories. How they were abandoned at the church at the exact same time, right? So Asta has to be somewhere else then, right? Yeah, with this backstory, the likelihood of Asta being from the spade is like 0, right? He has to be somewhere else. It would be, yeah, I think it would be even stranger. He was also from the Spade Kingdom, and he happened to be at that place on the exact same time as he was. That seems even more unlikely that they would both run from the same place to that, yeah, and you know, meet him up there. So, I would say easily this means Asta is not from the Spade Kingdom at all, right? Because, but it was very handy for him to have, like, I have fire flashback magic. So look at my fire flashback here. Like, yes, I can do fire flashback. You're like, yeah, that's perfectly handy for this thing. But also it's freaking muscular now. But if at a little she's like, I can just show you with my fire magic. Like, what, can everyone with fire magic be like, I can do flashbacks? Look at my visualization here of my backstory. But yeah, it's back to the Yuno fan club. Good, Peter Clover. You know, you love him? Yeah, I mean, clearly she's like all fangirling here for Yuno-san. I am in charge of it. Here we go. Now we nip the Clover. She's the sword. I'm the leader of the fan club. Yeah, she's like, yeah, that's right. I am the fan club. Yeah. And they're like, you know, they love. Yeah, of course, they're like fan club. Oh yeah, social media. You know, we have like Yuno official. We're running this like. Yeah. We have the whole social Yuno's fan club. You all follow him on Twitter and Facebook, and of course they are. Yeah. Of course they are. Zenon's power. And then a lot of like hugs and nakamas. I guess there's a lot of like Yuno and his friends. Yeah, you're all Yuno and like sad memories of his friends getting killed, right? They were all getting freaking smashed hard though. They were all getting like the massive damage there. Massive, getting it massively. But yeah, let's review it. We'll do a little shorter review today, I feel like. Ooh, I'm tired. So, let's review it. Episode 160, Yuno's backstory. I mean, most of the episode was Yuno's backstory, right? It wasn't like covering that much else. So, of course, in the end, they kind of get all owned by the, few spade people. But, I mean, the fact was pretty good. It didn't really tell me. I will say it did not. Like in my opinion, this is why I do it in short review too, because it didn't tell me overly much more that really new. So I must say it's like a bad. I must say it's a bad flashback or bad backstory. But the thing is that, and step by step, of course, is that basically what we already told. I would say we already told earlier that this is the prince guy. They betrayed him. Yada yada, so on, right? They did that stuff. To me, what we saw in this episode here, that in a bit in my mind was like, well, that's already kind of already explained. Right? See what I mean? Because sometimes, how I say it, you can not just predict, but you can be like, basically everything the flashback told me, I already kind of expected, except of course with the baby thing. The only thing that for me was the biggest thing really was that. Did Asta knew Yuno not as a baby, right? Or did he find Asta too, or whatever? Yeah, that to me was the only new thing, or that detail was important. But anything else is like Yuno was born and then betrayed his parents. Like that we already knew, right? So I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that it just kind of further showed what we already was told last week and the previous episode a little bit. So in that sense, it felt like, oh yeah, they're just telling me what I already know, right? kinda. I would say it honestly, because I felt like, yeah, obviously they betrayed him and they killed his parents. Like, we already knew that, so in a little bit like that, right? I felt at least that as I mentioned, the only detail I really cared about, I suppose, or really, I shouldn't really, but what I focused on, to me, when there was new information, was of course, did Asta know him or not? How did Asta get there? And then it ends with Asta just, I guess, being there at random. Asta was just also at the church for whatever reason, so that wasn't even explained. I was just like, he wasn't even in the story. I didn't know that was. Oh, okay. But anyway, yeah, talking about it, nonetheless though. So, Yuno had loving parents, right? They seemed to be a nice, of course, king and queen. Looked like Venus, I would say. Not just what they have, but even the nose. Maybe they relate somehow, right? Venus is royalty, right? So maybe there's some lineage there. I mean, normally you would imagine that kings and queens get married from different countries, so on, right? But it never explained it in this anime. But in like otherwise history and so on, I think that's how they did it here. But in Black Clover, they don't have that many countries, though. I mean, maybe they have, but they never mentioned more than 4 countries. But I mean, but I guess the witch country, I suppose, as well. Then. But it's kind of like a little city-state, more than a country, I suppose. But yeah, like so, they were nice and they were betrayed, right? It didn't really explain the motivation from the bad guys, but of course they are bad, so I was like, they just killed them. They didn't explain how they got the powers. But it seemed to me, at least, this is me very much assuming something here, but it seemed to be that they probably didn't have their demon powers until somewhat later. Maybe. They kind of said like they've been, rumored to have demon powers and so on, so maybe they didn't have. Because I mean, I met in Asta, right? He got demon power very early in his life. Maybe this dark triad had a demon powers later, perhaps. They were probably evil, and then he somehow got the demon by magic. Maybe, I don't know, but it felt a little bit like they hadn't used demon magic forever. They were like picking it up, maybe, then they turned evil, maybe, right? Maybe. But that really wasn't explained. Kind of what more happened? Well, he fought them, of course, and then ran away in the direction. They had 2 other people with baby carriage thing, but that of course is like I guess to trick them, right? Two other people with carrying some babies, or maybe just like fake babies that like a rock, whatever. But it probably should distract them, right? Decoys, I guess. It didn't really explain the automatic powers. But I think one thing just like Vanica said too, I was like, man, you're so weak. Like, why are you so weak for? Yeah, like I was like, man, this is right. That to me felt a little true though. it's a little bit, I don't know what to call it, but it felt a little strange, honestly, I think, that the whole Spade Kingdom, like all the others, you know, everyone else could do nothing. Yeah, they were all like, oh, they're coming here, oh, we're screwed. Like, I mean, look at, you know, the other kingdoms, right? Look at Diamond and so on, right? Or Heart or whatever, right? We know they have the generals and they have these people, and of course we have the captains at Clover. You would imagine that if someone attacked the king, right, at Clover, and I mean, not the Julius, but the other king, the real king, no one likes, yeah. But I mean, regardless, if any one of them died, right, so both of them died, you will still imagine that, oh, they have all these badass captains. They have like Yami, you know, they have Vanguards and so on, and they could still fight, right? They have the captain guys. So that I wonder a little bit here in the Clover Kingdom, sorry, in Spade Kingdom, they attack them, and the kings and king and queen gets killed. And it's like, don't they have any captain guys? Don't they have any general guys? Right? Don't they have anyone to fight except these 3 guys? It feels a little bit like they had 3 captains, those 3 people. Yeah, like, don't they have anyone that actually are on the level of them, or at least not the level of the Dark Triad, but you know, the level of like a weak captain or something. They kind of seem not to, and then they picked up their own people that, unless of course anyone that had any power joined them. Maybe before something. Everyone betrayed him, like the guy with the kind of zombie thing. I don't know. I mean, he looks like he was dead or something. His eyes, he didn't speak either. So, and Rocky as well. Yeah, maybe they just joined him beforehand. But it's a little bit. I don't know. Was the Spade Kingdom really weak? were they useless without those 3 guys? A little bit like that. Like you were like, what happened? Oh, the Spade Kingdom were like, they had 3 captains and they betrayed them, so they were screwed. They didn't have any other captains. A little bit like that. But of course, he mentioned that, yeah, somehow one thing seems to be very clear with the spades is that they can, like, Hans has said, infuse them with demons, right? So he's like, oh, I have this much percentage of a demon, and you know, Zenon Sama, he has like 80% demon. So of course, one can be 100% demon, right? Probably Dante, that, yeah, like the other guy, right? So they have that, like, percentage demon things. That seems how they get their own captains, right? By infusing strong people with some demon powers, and then it gets, you know, 10% demon, and they get stronger. So seem to be able to do that, right? Maybe Asta can do that too, then give them some demonic power. Probably a bad idea. Probably make some evil, right? But anyway, that is the video thing, right? But yeah, pretty good episode, of course. Got the whole backstory fleshed out. Asta didn't know Yuno, and then we. Get into them just crushing Yuno's all his friends there. We're gonna see, I guess, the fight next week then, right? It's gonna be, and they really set the animation short a bit there when they're flying and so on. It's gonna be good. I guess Vanguards will lose though, given the opening and so on. I guess Vanguard's tree magic can't beat bone magic. I mean, they seem to be clearly stronger than captains, right? The Dark Triad, so expect Vanguards. But Vanguards has always been like an OP3 guy and has like ridiculous powers when he uses stuff. So, who knows, right? One thing I would like to kind of see, I don't know if I would like to see that, but I'll say it again here. Could they unlock some elf powers? I'm just like, because, you know, whole Golden Dawn are like, oh no, we're all dying, right? And you would imagine that they're lying there on the deathbed, be like, summoning my elf bro, you know? Like, maybe someone is like, I remember, not just like remembering what the elf's power was, but more being like, I had, you know, the elf spirit is somewhere in heaven and being like, give me power, elf me, you know, and like fuse up again and become an elf. Maybe, because it's like a super saiyan thing. It's like, I need to get into my, you know, I'm always dying here, try to summon my powerful form or something, right? I don't know, but it's a little bit to me like they could perhaps be all like, oh man, I need to summon my inner elf, right? I need to go inner elf form. Like, instead of demon, they're like, I got my inner elf, man. No, but a little bit. You wonder if they somehow could connect to their elf reincarnation spirit bro, right? If they're about to die, right? No one's on it yet, right? But maybe when they're lying there, almost dying, it can be like, I can summon my elf or something. Perhaps. And the elf is like, if I enter your body again, you will never be able to separate me. Let's do it anyway, you know, instead of dying, and then they're like, elf form. I don't know, but I'm throwing it out there. I can see it happen definitely. Someone is like, somehow being able to refuse up with their elf, right, to fight them, right? I don't see why that couldn't happen, honestly. Like, it's short an anime. Someone has to be like, I can summon my former elf people, right? But anyway, that's been cool review, guys. 7% like button. Of course, today they don't have slime as well. It's back last week there. They have, you know, yeah, furry fighting style. Sheol versus Cat Girl. That was badass. And I hope it's better than last week because, I mean, it was a good seeing slime again, but it had like 10-minute recap, and I was like, holy shit, man, the recapping again. Man, the recapping so much in slime. So a little bit, I was like, oh man, here we go again, slime and their goddamn recaps. But anyway, see you guys and have a great day.